And in today's video, this is our PvE subclass GM tier list. So sorry for not uploading lately. Destiny 2 has been really dry and there's pretty much nothing to do, and I've just been into other games. But further ado, let's get started. So we have Voluntary Arc Striders. I think he's going to D tier, and with top tree Arc Strider with combination blow, it can be pretty decent overall. With 1-2 punch existing, we have Behemoth. It's in my opinion the worst stasis subclass for GMs. It's just not that good. The super is not that great. The melee is not that good either. So yeah, C tier for me. We have Blade Barrage with Shards of Galanor. This can be decent, but after these Shards of Galanor nerf, I think it's pretty bad, but I guess it's still usable. We have Chaos Reach. It's going either the A or B tier. In my opinion, I think it's in the... this is pretty hard. I think it's in the A tier. The abilities in Middletree Stormcaller are pretty trash, but the super is the gem. The super has really good damage, has really good ad clear, so it's in the A tier. But after Geomag nerf, I think this subclass is a little bit less useful, but it's still pretty good, don't get me wrong. The damage and the ad clear is just really good. We have Middletree Striker with Falling Star. This thing is absolutely insane in damage, even though the abilities are pretty trash. The super is really good, and in my opinion, even though the subclass has trash abilities, I think the super really makes up for it, and that's why it's an S tier GM subclass. I don't know why I paused there. We have Voluntary Dawnblades, in my opinion, going in the A tier. It has really good ad clear and even has the reverse Icarus Dash, I don't know how you call it. I think it's called Phoenix Dive, which also heals you, and with Dawn Chorus, it also has really good damage. So there's a lot of things you can do with the subclass, and I feel like it's pretty underrated, and people should start using Voluntary Dawnblade more. We have Top Tree Dawnblade, not Voluntary. Top Tree Dawnblade is a D tier subclass. Don't get me wrong, the movement is really good, but you don't need the movement in GMs. We have Voluntary Gunslingers going the A tier with Celestial Nighthawk. This thing does really good damage, but the abilities are trash, so it's one of those subclasses where the abilities are trash, but the super is really good. And the super really makes up for it because it has really high burst DPS. For Top Tree Gunslinger going to D tier, because why would you use Top Tree Gunslinger over Voluntary? Like, I don't know why. Voluntary Hammers is our first B tier subclass. With Sunspots, this thing is really good. We have Top Tree Hammers is going in D tier. Don't get me wrong, the melee is really good in this subclass. I feel like the melee is pretty underrated, but you don't want to be meleeing enemies in GMs because that's usually results in a death. Sentinel Shield is going the A tier. It used to be the S tier, but after the Ursa Furiosa nerf, I think the nerf really hit Sentinel Shield and Ursa Furiosa pretty hard. That's why it's in the A tier, but don't get me wrong, it's still a really good subclass. We have Hammers. I think it's going maybe in the C plus tier. So I think it's a C tier subclass. Yeah, I see myself getting kicked if I'm using Middletree Hammers. But seriously, Middletree Hammers can be useful if you stack up like any melee damage perk. For example, like what is that called? If you stack up, there's like the what do you call that again? The exotic perk where you boost your melee damage. Yeah, it's Synthoceps. With Synthoceps, you can do insane damage, but like the thing is, in GMs, you want to be as far as possible from the enemies, you want to be close. But once you reach that range, you can deal insane damage. It's like the Crown Splitter, like last season, with energy particle, I don't know, but with that mod, It makes Crown Splitter pretty good in GMs. I think this is the same case for Middletree Sunbreaker. Once you get that range, it can be lethal. We have top tree Nova Bombs going to A tier. With Controverse holds, this subclass is just really solid in GMs. We have Nova Warp, a meme subclass in my opinion. We have Voluntary Nova Bomb. Devour is good in low end PvE, but in high end PvE, we don't want to use Devour. So, C tier subclass. We have Voluntary is easy to go in the S tier. This might be debatable. People might say Voluntary is overrated in GMs, but I can tell you you are wrong. You don't want to use Voluntary as like a survival tool, but you want to use it as a healing tool and a damage tool. So once DPS starts, you always want to pop your well, so you can deal bonus damage, and you'll feel a lot more health in the well too. But I feel like with the Voluntary nerf, with the shield being assured more easily, I feel like it's a little bit less useful, because in Master Vogue, Templar challenge, or Templar, our Voluntary is getting clapped from Templar and we just kept dying. But I guess that could be easily be avoidable by just putting the bubble inside. I mean the well inside the bubble, which kind of makes sense, so the Voluntary won't get destroyed. But anyways, getting off topic, Voluntary is just a really solid subclass. Nothing can go wrong if you put on Voluntary. We have Stasis Revenant, Stasis Hunter Revenant. It's going in the A tier. Yeah, it's just a really solid subclass. If you want to play Hunter for GMs, if you ever want to play Hunter in the GM, I would recommend Stasis Hunter. We have Voluntary Sentinel Shield. This thing is not that good. Bubble though, Bubble is a B tier. Bubble is just really good. It's solid, but there's like better options. But it's overall a good choice, even though there's better options. That makes any sense. We have Shadebinder. This is easy going in the S tier. So yeah, the Stasis turret is absolutely nasty in gems. Bleak Watcher is overall OP, busted in GMs. It slows enemies, freezes enemies. It's just really good. The super is also really amazing too. The melee is also pretty good too. So everything about Shadebinder is just good. There's nothing bad about Shadebinder. Everything about Shadebinder is really good. No one uses these subclasses in GMs, neither these. I think the Stormcallers with Stormdancer's Brace can be pretty good, so I'm putting Top Tree in the C tier and Voluntary in the B tier. Voluntary Stormcaller has Arc Souls, your Rift lasts longer, and he has a Landfall for even more damage. So I think Voluntary Stormcaller is better than Top Tree Stormcaller, so that's why I ranked it in B tier, and Top Tree Stormcaller is going to C tier. We have Invis Dodge, Voluntary Night Stalker. Overall, I think it's I don't know, man. I think it's in the C tier. The dodge is really useful, but I think is that Top Tree Night Stalker is just way better in GMs. With Omnicolus, you're gonna have your Invis melees almost all the time, and it's just a really good subclass in GM. And last but not least, we have the Tornado Boys. We have the we have the Una Reverse Card subclass. Overall, not that good overall in GMs. So this is my tier list. Wrap it up. We have Well-Iranians, we have Shadebinder, and we have Middletree Striker in the S tier. We have Chaos Reach, Voluntary Dawnblade, Voluntary Gunslinger, Sentinel Shield, Top Tree Nova Bomb, Stasis Hunter, and Top Tree Night Stalker in the A tier. In the B tier, we have Voluntary Hammers, Top Tree, we have Bubble, and we have Voluntary Stormcaller. In the C tier, it's just these subclasses that pretty much no one uses in GMs. Some people use subclasses in the C tier, but overall, I think there's just better options in the entire game. So this is my subclass GM tier list. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to support me in any other social medias, that'll be really helpful too. Other social medias as my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch will be linked in the video below. So don't forget to drop a follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch also, because I might stream on Twitch and I'm pretty active on Twitter as well. So this is pretty much it. Have a great day and see you next time.